Well, I'm not in Shreveport this morning. I'm back in Texas, Terrell, Texas to be exact. And I am roomed at the La Quinta Hotel in Terrell, Texas, about 30 miles east of Dallas. I'm right behind Buc-ee's. I've always wanted to stay at this place. It's convenient. You got Buc-ee's right across the street. And I usually book rooms at this hotel in downtown Dallas. I think it was the Canopy. Last time I came here, the Canopy by Hilton, but they were booked for the weekend. So I decided to come out here and try La Quinta in Terrell, right behind Buc-ee's. So yeah, that's where I'm at this morning, and I'll be here this weekend for the State Fair and the Texas versus Oklahoma game at the Cotton Bowl Stadium, the Red River Rivalry. I guess one of the perks of being here is that Buc-ee's is a hop, skip, and jump away across the street. So let's make our way over to Buc-ee's.
Open the door.
But yeah, man, there's a lot going on in Shreveport right now, man, that I don't want to be a part of. And I don't know about you guys, man, but whenever I leave Shreveport, I kind of feel like I'm an escaped prisoner or something. It's something about the city of Shreveport, man. It's like a dark cloud that just looms over the entire city. And, you know, that's why I travel so much, man. I can only spend so much time in Shreveport. I can only spend so much time in Shreveport, man, before I just go crazy. So that's why I always get in my car and I usually just hop on I-20 and just drive west into Texas, man. Because the last, couple of weeks alone, you had the country club, the old country club, burned to a crisp. Oh, wrong one. In the last couple of weeks, you had the old country club burned down to a crisp. And then you had the shooting at the National Night Out over in Cedar Grove, A.B. Palmer Park. They had a shooting over there. And according to news sources, that party was an unauthorized party. These kids went on social media and decided to advertise an unauthorized, unchaperoned National Night Out party at A.B. Palmer Park, which resulted in a kid getting shot and killed. A 15-year-old shot and killed a 17-year-old at this party. That is ridiculous. But it's not just Shreveport, man. I mean, crime is everywhere, obviously. There was a crazy incident that happened at a PetSmart here in Dallas. Well, technically right now I'm in Terrell, Texas, but just 30 miles up the interstate, there was a crazy incident at a PetSmart where a lady was shot and killed by another young lady because she opened the door for her and didn't say thank you. I'm sure some of you guys have probably heard that story on the news. Yeah, it's just a lot of craziness going on right now, man, and that's why I try to keep to myself. But even when you try to keep to yourself, man, trouble seems to come looking your way sometimes. Like that incident I had on North Market back in Shreveport when that girl came outside and confronted me about taking a picture of her license plate. I was minding my own business. And she came outside and wanted to start trouble with me. But in other news, you got Shreveport Mayor Tom Arsenault. He's up for re-election. He announced at his birthday party the other night, along with 50 Cent. Now, I think, I could be wrong, but I think Tom Arsenault is using 50 Cent to help his campaign, his re-election campaign. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, 50, he's done a lot for Shreveport so far. I can't really say much for Tom Arsenault because, well, first of all, I'm not a Shreveport resident. Okay, I live in Greenwood. I think you guys know that. I live in Greenwood, but I am from Shreveport. I'm a born and raised Shreveport native, so I can critique Shreveport when I want to because I am from Shreveport. But in my opinion, I think Tom Arsenault, ever since he got into office, I think he's been kind of at odds with the Shreveport city council members, especially Councilwoman Tabitha Taylor. Now, I could be wrong, but it seems like every time crime becomes the topic amongst the city, Tom Arsenault, he kind of steps off to the side
and he lets the city council members, specifically Tabitha Taylor, and she gives her input about the crime and everything. And Arsenault seems to be more focused on cleaning up the streets, trash, litter, the abandoned homes. He's been doing something with the blight. He's been addressing the blight problem in Shreveport, but when it comes to crime, he hasn't really had much to say. When you're talking about a city that's 65% black, and you have the first Republican mayor, the first white Republican mayor that we've probably had when was the last guy we had? I think it was, I can't remember his name, but it was way back in the early 2000s. So it's been 20 plus years since we've had a Republican mayor in Shreveport. So I don't think Arsenault can really relate to what's going on. I think he's tiptoeing around the issue because he's an older white guy, an older white Republican, and he has to watch his words. He has to watch what he says because he doesn't want to offend people. And he's not like Trump. I wish he were more like Trump, but he's not. Okay? And it seems like he's been at odds a lot with Councilwoman Tabitha Taylor. And it's almost like, it looks like he's being bullied, especially when he first got into office, because you guys remember when he first got into office a couple of years ago, and that incident with Alonzo Bagley getting shot and killed by that cop. I think his name was Officer Tyler. They had a press conference downtown a couple of nights later, and I don't want to get close to this car wash. It's kind of noisy. Maybe I should turn around. But you guys remember when Officer Tyler shot Alonzo Bagley, and they had that press conference downtown. The council members and Mayor Arsenault had that press conference. They had a prayer right before they got into detail about what happened. And Arsenault, he looks at this piece of paper and he's reciting this prayer. If you go back and watch that news conference, it looks like that prayer, everything that he said was like rehearsed. I think he was being coached. He was being coached by the city council members. I want some barbecue, but it's kind of early. Barbecue. Don't even.
Round up, run.
Thank you. But yeah, as I was saying, I think back in 2022 when they had the last mayor election, I think at that time people were just exhausted. They were tired of what Adrian Perkins was doing in office, and they just wanted somebody new in there. So that's when the city elected Tom Arsenault as mayor. It's kind of noisy over here. Let me get over here by the hotel. They wanted to see somebody new in office, so the city elected Tom Arsenault. And now that Arsenault's in office and he's up for re-election, people are kind of questioning what he's been doing since he's been in office. And I think he's using 50 Cent to help his campaign, his re-election campaign. Not to say there's anything wrong with that. I am parked near the fairgrounds, near the Cotton Bowl Stadium here in Dallas. And I'm parked in front of the South Dallas Cultural Center, but it's not, you're not allowed to park here if you're attending the fair. And right now I have two cops sitting behind me to my right. They've been sitting there for about 20, 25 minutes. I think they're trying to wait until they're trying to wait and see if I get out of my car to say something to me, I'm thinking. So I'm trying to wait them out. I'm trying to see if they're going to leave, because I don't want to pay $30 to park. So I'm trying to wait on these cops to leave so I can get out, because I don't think they're towing people's cars. I mean, like, because I can say that I didn't see the sign and park here and I should be in the clear.
the roots in mystical creatures in the rainforest and the dance of the Mayans.